Welcome. We are here on behalf of the planning team who work as part of the Connecting Wildlands and Communities project at San Diego State University. My name is Sherry Ryan. I'm the director of the School of Public Affairs and part of our city planning faculty. We have here with us today Diane Foote, who is a research associate with the Connecting Wildlands and Communities project, and Becca Smith, who is a graduate student in the School of Public Affairs and City Planning and working as a research assistant on this project. The planning team's goals are really focused on connecting science to local agency practice. And so we're really interested in how we can best get the science into the hands of practitioners. This is our main motivation. And we'd like to improve access, in particular, to climate adaptation and resiliency planning data and tools for local government practitioners. Across the Southwest, there is concern with climate adaptation and resiliency strategies. This concern has become more urgent in the state of California with the recent passage in 2015 of Senate Bill 379, which has mandated that all local governments, cities and counties must update their safety elements to address climate adaptation and resiliency. And so there's a renewed urgency really, at least on the part of California cities, to do this work in terms of climate adaptation and resiliency. The planning team activities consisted of a survey of planning practitioners where we hope to establish a baseline understanding for current practice related to climate adaptation. We also reviewed local general plans to understand the current status of strategies and recommendations related to climate adaptation. So all of this information was very important in helping us understand this baseline related to how current practice is happening at the local government level. And finally, we convened a technical advisory group of local practitioners. In terms of the survey, we had 110 respondents. Full 73% of them said that they were interested in incorporating new tools and data specifically related to climate adaptation, their planning practice. Between 75 and 85% said that they currently consider themes related to biodiversity, wildfire risk, and water sustainability. In terms of carbon sequestration, they currently are not considering this so much in local government planning practice. And so this reflects a real opportunity. And then in terms of barriers, planners cited funding and data availability as key barriers to integrating climate adaptation and resiliency strategies in their work.
The planning team inventoried and reviewed general plans from 106 cities within our study area. We identified fire, water, carbon, and conservation-related recommendations from within the safety, conservation, and open space elements. We are using this review to build an understanding for how we can strengthen the general plan recommendations related to climate adaptation and to resilience planning.
So from the beginning and throughout the project, we've conducted outreach to our stakeholders to guide the development of our data. One of our priorities is to support climate change planning at the state, local, and regional levels. And in order to make sure we're producing products that are practical and used by planners, we recruited a group of practicing planners with varying backgrounds and expertise from cities across our study area for our technical advisory group, or what we call the TAG. We've met to discuss the types of data they need and the best ways to deliver it so that it becomes integrated into their practice. We've also convened a tribal tag consisting of members of the Climate Science Alliance Tribal Working Group. These tribal members are often ahead of jurisdictions in their implementation of climate adaptation plans, and they provide us with a unique perspective on our work and how we can also meet their needs for data. So the project team developed data in 6 different categories: wildfire, water sustainability, climate, carbon sequestration, recreation, and connectivity. And in a series of meetings, we presented each data layer to our TAG members using interactive maps. And they provided us with valuable feedback on the data types and presentation. After reviewing the data, our next meetings with the TAGs focused on linking the data with adaptation strategies and identifying which plans and policies they would fit in. We brainstormed adaptation strategies that could use the data and then prioritize these by looking at relevance to both wildlands and communities, applicability to the local and regional planning, and whether a strategy could provide benefits over multiple areas of concern. We then ranked these top strategies by their ease of implementation and degree of impact in order to identify where they could be integrated into the planning process on funding and capacity. And we're going to use this information to construct a menu of adaptation actions to go along with our data.
So as you can see, the planning team is devoted to this key idea and motivation for translating science to practice. We're working alongside scientists, trying to understand how to best connect this work, this science, to what local government practitioners are currently doing in the field. We think it's very important, and we're excited about our ongoing findings. Thank you.